Why, hello, and welcome back to another episode of Voice of the Rings. I'm your host and guide, Zollin Ironshield, and today we're going to talk about how do you start a kinship in the Lord of the Rings online MMO. All right, that is going to be the goal of this video today. I hope you're having a great and wonderful day in Middle-earth, and let's talk about it. All right, so the best way to do it is you come to Bree Town Hall. All right, you come here and you go and talk to this guy, the Clerk of Kinships. Okay, you come up to him and you buy one of these. Now, I'm already in a kinship. I can't show you all the steps here, but basically, what are the differences between these? If you ask, what's a mixed kinship versus a man kinship, all that kind of stuff? Can you only have hobbits in a hobbit kinship? The answer is no. Okay, so it really comes down to titles. All right, that's all it is. So if you go into your kinship tab, which is under social kinship, down here, and if you want to bring up your social, it is O. And then you go to the kinship tab, and if you look what these things are called, so if I cover these, an officer is called an officer, and I believe I made mine a mixed kinship, and then the leader is called leader, and then I think like they have like lord and stuff. A member is a kinsman in this one, and a regular, just anybody who doesn't have a ranking, which I think I put everyone. Here we go. They are just a recruit. That basically is all it does. It just changes those names. Now, I don't know them all off the top of my head, what they all do. I know one of them, the dwarf one, I believe is that the leader is a lord, right? He's not just the leader, he's lord, the lord dwarf. And I'm sure there's different slight changes with the other ones. But again, that's totally up to you. That's just kind of for fun choosing. What you do is you're going to buy one of these. All right. It's going to go into your inventory as an item. It is bound to you once you do it. And then all you're going to do is you're going to right click it. And are you sure you want to change the theme of your kinship to mixed kinship? By the way, you can apparently change your kinship thing. Okay. This is something I didn't know until this moment, but now you know for the guide video as well. This is how I like to do these things. I learn too sometimes. I never even thought to check. You can actually change the theme of your kinship. So normally you'd right click it, and what would happen is a small window would pop up in the middle of your screen, and it would ask you to put your name in. That's the name of your kinship. You cannot copy another kinship name. You'd have to make it from scratch. There are certain rules, the things you can't use. We're obviously Voice of the Rings, right, for the kinship channel. If you are on CrickHollow and you're a subscriber, you are welcome to join our kinship, by the way. We also have a Discord. You go to any of my live videos, we can invite you, or if you go to any of my most recent live videos for a week, there's always a Discord link I'll have there updated that you can join our Discord no matter what to get our free channels there. If you're a Patreon, you get full access to it. But even as anyone, as long as you're a subscriber, you can join it to talk in our kinship chat, and people there, our officers, can invite you, okay, to the kinship here on CrickHollow. I do have characters on other servers too, but CrickHollow is the one we have all our people on. So you can also, so then you'll make the name and boom, you're done and you've made it. You'll automatically be the leader of that kinship. You will then have the ability to appoint a successor. All right. You can make this one of your other characters. I'd recommend maybe another account if you have another account with another character, or someone that you really trust. Okay. So like, let's say I wanted to make Zening a successor, right? I'm just going to, Zine, you're going to be an example for this episode. I'm going to promote him again. Actually, no, excuse me. Promote him again once he's an officer. All right. So if I demoted him, he'd go down to be a kinsman. If I demoted him again, he would be a recruit. If I promoted him, let's see. Wait, I lost Zening now. Hold on. You can sort by members or whatever. Let's see. Let's go back. Where did I lost him? Don't worry, I'll find him. Okay, I'm gonna do it by member here. And then I want to rotate down. Go over until I find Zening. Actually, I'll just do it by level, because Zening's pretty high level. Huh, usually it flips the levels really quick, but it is not wanting to. There you go. Okay, there's Zening. So again, I could demote him again, and he would be a normal person. Now I could promote him back to a kinsman, promote him again to an officer. If I promote him again, you actually have to appoint successor, which I think I already do. Trying to remember if I already have a successor in this group. I guess I don't. Excuse me. This is why. This is what it is. You actually have to right click the person, go to kinsman, and say successor right there. Okay. So then I click add successor. All right. So then he would become the successor, and that is the second highest role in the game. So there's always the role of leader, successor, and there are who's kind of like second in charge, but they have the same powers as an officer. So all the officers have the powers to invite people. Kinsmen, you're basically just, you're part of the kin, and then recruit, right? You're just a normal person. So these are all the kind of things you need to know for that. Again, then I could also go in here and I could say, I could expel, right? If you wanted to remove someone, sometimes you have to do that. But again, I have a whole video on how to do things in kinships. But let's go ahead and just say then I'm going to demote. Then that will put him back to a recruit, and then I can just promote him again back to an officer. All right. So again, officer and successor are kind of the same thing. The whole thing is, though, it matters. And obviously right here, it's telling me all the things I'm doing to Zine over and over. That's basically how it works with the system. It also gives people a title. You have a title officer and kinsman if you're those levels, and their successor is also a title I believe it gives you. And also I can have the title leader or whatever. Now let's say I want to change those titles. Let's say I want to change it to a mixed kinship. So if I just right click this now, all right, this is another way. If you already are in a kinship and you're the leader, I'm assuming you can only change it if you're the official leader, and I am. So I'm going to say, do you want to make theme kinship to be mixed theme? Yes. All right, so it says you have successfully changed your kinship's theme to a mixed theme. Now, is it the same names? Yes, leader, officer, recruit. Now, let's say, what if I want to make it dwarf character, okay? Our charter. So I'm going to buy the dwarf charter. I'm going to right-click, and I'm going to say apply this theme. All right, so it says you have successfully changed your kinship's theme to dwarf kinship theme, okay? A new title has been bestowed upon you. You'll be now known as High Warden, Zollin Ironshield, Lord. And if I hover this, if you notice, leader now says Lord. That little tiny right under the symbol of Guardian right there, it's Lord instead of leader, okay? So now if I look at the officers, they are, oh, interesting. It's what is, I don't even know what that word means. All right, hold on. We're gonna do this mid. I know this is not, sorry, not very super professional. Zarlin, you were supposed to know this word. All right, my assistant, sorry. An official medieval noble house. So here, okay. How do we say it, though? It's not telling me how I say it. All right, let's see. Pronounce. All right, here's the word. Okay, let's see what Google says.
Pronouncenames.com.
Okay.
Senecal.
Interesting. Senecal. Interesting. And it says that it is an official in a medieval noble household in charge of domestic arrangements and administration of servants. Interesting. Okay, well, now I'm curious. Should we look at the elf one is? Come on, the video's about that, right? Right? If you guys are still here, you're the best. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like, subscribe if you do enjoy this kind of content. Let's go ahead and I'm curious now what the elf one is. So here we go. So it successfully changed it. Oh, look, now you're a Turin. All right. Oh, okay. Hold on one second. Baruch Zod, we're back. Okay, so that is very interesting. So so you can basically change as much as you want your theme. So the mixed one is the more generic terminology that pretty much everyone would understand, right? From the gameplay perspective. But let's go ahead and just look at it a little bit more here. All right, as we look at it here. So now that it's an elf one, I'm a Tur. All right, and then our officers are named the Kaun. Again, I'm sure these are elven terms. I'm not going to look them up right now. If you want to say them in the comments, awesome. And a kinswoman or a kinsman. Okay, so those are the kind of the same terms. And then for people who aren't, they are still recruits. Okay, so that is the mixed kinship one. Let's look at the Hobbit one real quick. Let's go ahead and apply the Hobbit one. All right, so again, I'm the chief, which makes sense, right? So Hobbit's their chief. Again, this is all that it does is it changes the titles, right? So voluntary assistant chief is an officer, basically. So not super creative for that one. The kinsman still is the blue one and a recruit. So those are the same. Those do not change. So it looks like, from everything I'm seeing here, that it just changes the leader. The successor is probably the same, I would assume. I would assume it's the same as the other ones. But let's see. Now, for humans, it's the master, like Master of the Lake, like Master of Lake Town kind of thing. That makes sense. Provost. Is that how you say it? That's a very medieval word. It's another one. You can look it up yourself. Those are your words of the day. And then kinsman the same. So it really just changes the officer name and the lord's name. I doubt it changes when you promote someone to successor. I bet it's still just successor. And it didn't even switch to successor. Do I just hover it again? Interesting. It didn't even change that one. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and then promote Zening back when I figure it out in a second. So really, it's whatever you like with that. I like the dwarf one, so I'm going to go ahead and keep using the dwarf one, but now you know the differences. So again, you can always come here and buy one and switch your theme. But this is also how you start a kinship. You buy one and it'll give you that first pop-up message, which I can't show you because I'm running kinship, and it'll give you that pop-up message and you're able to create your kinship. You put your name in there and boom, you'll be created. And then you can invite people, and again, it's just right-click them, you invite to kinship, that kind of thing. Don't bug people, don't spam. Don't be one of those people just spam in the world chat, okay? Some people will be like, join my kinship, join kinship. It's really good if you're excited, but make some friends. If you're a small kinship of 4 people, that's great. You'll build and grow. If you would like to join our kinship and grow, we're growing right now. We're not massive, but as you can see, we probably have like 30 players right now, 40 players. Some of these are alt characters, same player. We're getting a pretty big group. We've been doing epic battles on the weekends. So yeah, you're welcome to join us. We're growing the group. Again, if you go to any of my live streams, there will be a link to my Discord. For the first, go to my newest live stream. There'll always be a weak link. You can join our Discord, and we'll get you an invite, or come to a live stream, and we'll try to get you an invite. I'll do it, and I have a lot of officers who are wonderful who will invite you to immediately if you're on our Discord. So I highly recommend you join the Discord. And if you're a patron, you have full access to the Discord and a bunch of other cool things. Little plug in there is all I want me to add. Anyway, pretty cool. I need to put Zening back as a Zening's going to come back and be like, why did I get demoted? What did I do? All right, we'll promote Zening there back to an officer. I'm actually going to promote Zollin to an officer too. Yeah. So anyway, pretty cool. That is basically how you do that, how you make your kinship. Hopefully that helped you guys out. Please leave questions. If I missed something you're confused on, I'm happy to answer. Thank you so much to my Patreons. Thank you, Skumley, for being a Royal Guard. It means a lot to the dwarves. It helps out my channel greatly. And subscribe button's there. Next episode will be up there. Zollin picked one out for you right up there. Another guide video. And a LOTRO Tales right over there with voiceovers that I highly recommend you check out if you like entertainment and Lord of the Rings content. And we'll see you all in the next episodes of Voice of the Rings. And I got all the links down there to social media stuff too. But again, you want to join our Discord, go to the newest live stream. Either live or after, a week after, it'll be a good link in there for our Discord. So I'll see you all in the next episodes of Voice of the Rings, and we're on CrickHollow server. Baruch Kazad, Kuzad, I menu. See ya. Stay happy, friends.